Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly deep voice here, but that felt weird. But we're back again. My name is Mr. Evil Dragon. Joining me, as per usual, is Mr. Bren, or Brendan. Say hello.
Hello there. We are here for the opening round here of one of Bristol Prospect here, and we had pre-season last week with a decent enough race, and obviously I am here with Liam. So how are you doing today?
Well, we're doing very good here in what is only being described as a very lovely circuit. Suzuka, Japan, first hosted a race back in 1987, if my memory serves me correct. A very long time ago, of course. The circuit's not really changed since, because of, well, doesn't need changing much. It's a very old school circuit, lovely as well. And I mean, we got some clouds, we got some sunshine, we'll have some rain, who knows? We'll find out soon, because we'll have the Taz, which is our favourite little thing, and it'll tell us what everything's going to be doing. But, how are you?
I am doing very well. So, 14 drivers here. We'll be ready for some good action. Japan, while you only have one DRS zone, it is still a very good circuit, and it really would favour the driver's skill compared to other circuits, because you cannot really make mistakes here. The curbs, especially in Sector 1, are very volatile, so if you make a mistake, you'll be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. This track not easy, of course. A lot of places to go off. High speed nature of the circuit as well. Definitely is going to prove difficult for these drivers. Of course, some maybe never driven here on this game. Some most certainly, I imagine, would have driven here a few times. I hope they've driven here a few times on this game. I'll be worried. But then again, I haven't driven here that much on this game, only once. So we'll see how these drivers get along.
Yeah, so first round, obviously last week you had a chance to lay down the marker for some people. And obviously, if you were it, obviously some people did end up taking that marker. Now, like so Jason, who won the pre-season race there at Imola. And also we had some other people like Rageman who showed they were very quick. However, in the race it just did not go right. So maybe the bit of look and see now is where I can get my marker let down.
Yeah, and what a better place, like we said, than Suzuka to set a marker to show the world exactly who you are and what you've got around one of probably, in my opinion, one of the toughest circuits in the world. I mean, let's be fair here. Not many other tracks will put up much more of a fight. I mean, the only one I can think of probably would be the old Hockenheim ring. One of those circuits like that. Very difficult. But here at Suzuka, it's an old classic. And we all like old classic circuits here, don't we?
Yep, classic tracks are always a nice thing. Japan, Spa, Monza, Silverstone, the likes. They are the tracks that we often would say they are the ones that should be in the calendar every single year without fail, apart from maybe one or two circumstances. So hopefully we'll get a good qualifying, as it usually end up getting something decent around Japan. It's never one of them Grand Prix where you would think nothing's happened. Usually something has to happen.
Yeah. Something usually happens, and in my famous quote that I like using a lot and nicking from Mr. Murray, it usually does. But, and I think just in a few moments, we should be getting a few people readying up for what is going to be an enthralling race. I think we've now got 16 drivers. We are missing, 4 people, of course. We know Jess is away on the holiday. And I believe, who else are we missing from memory serves? We've got the Red Bulls here, at least. So we're missing, I think, it's maybe about 2 or 3. And we are getting ready to go then. So, in just a few moments' time, we'll get the first, action of the first race of the season here in One Hub live on YouTube. Don't forget, by the way, to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well if you're new here. I clicked my finger doing that, and that felt weird. But there we are. Let's go. 26 seconds. Everyone's going to ready up. Are you excited, Brendan?
Yep. Honestly, first race, it is. Everyone will be trying to put themselves out there and stay where if they can make a claim for a championship here. And then some others might have a shock to the system, so all will be revealed come qualifying time.
Oh, that shall be revealed in just a few moments' time. Well, just over 20 minutes. Well, just under 20 minutes. We'll see who is on pole position. We'll see who is in second. We'll see who is third. But the question is, though, who has got the big opportunity here? Well, we don't know that 100%, though. What we do know is people like Indecisive, they could be a fan favourite. Jacko, we know how quick he is sometimes as well. Good old friend. We've got Storm. We've got, like I said, Indecisive as well. There's so many people. Alex Lilliart here as well. We've got Infamous. So many. Jamie. No, well, I don't know who could be doing what today. We'll find out in about 18 minutes. Also, hopefully start to be revealed. The question is, though, is it going to rain? Are we going to see some nice sunshine? In 8 seconds, hopefully, we shall be seeing at least something, at least. 2, 1, and we are directly in then. So here we are then. And hopefully, right about now, my Taz should pop up and say that everything is nice and dandy. Well, we got some clouds, and there we are. The nice Taz is all nice and up, which is lovely to see. Let's have a little look, then, shall we, at the weather. And it is overcast conditions, which is always good to see. And we believe for the race, overcast throughout pretty much, with a 22% chance of rain. So there's a slight chance of rain in both the race and qualifying. So that's going to be very interesting to see as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like the weather will be fairly calm for first race here in Japan, which isn't always in real life. Obviously, the last time F1 was at Japan in real life, they had to put qualifying on the same day as the race due to the typhoon that came on the Saturday of that weekend. So it is. I think the drivers will be glad that there's no monsoon weather here, and they'll be able to just drive and not have to worry about maybe having to compromise a setup or anything.
Yep, as I get all of the little things up there, trying to switch. There we go, now I can get the broadcast camera working. Take a little bit there, slightly bit of a glitch right now. So, 16 drivers, 1 camera that decided to work, and our first driver on circuit, which of course is Rageman in that McLaren. Of course, his teammate not here today. And that teammate, let's have a little look in a little bit, so who the teammate is. But what we can say right now, Ron Suzuka is right on board then with the McLaren. A little bit on the grass on the entrance of Spoon Curve, which is slightly less than ideal. But nonetheless, he gets it nice and hooked up as you now come down to probably one of the most frightening corners in all the motorsport, isn't it?
Yeah. So, some of these corners here, you just have to treat them very carefully. It could throw you off at any moment, one little mistake, a wrong line, you're gone. So Raytron will be starting his lap here. We'll have to see how he will do. So, down to 1 DRS straight here. Coming into turn 1 and 2. You have to slow down a bit for 1, but 2 is where you brake. Then coming into the S's, important to tread it like a needle, because if you touch one of these curbs, you're gone.
Yeah, you don't want to go right there, do you?
No, it is keeping careful anyway. Just making sure not to go wide. Getting a time in would be an important thing now. Now, Degno 1 and 2. You can really push it in Degno 1. Degno 2 is the one you have to slow down a bit for. Now through the hairpin, important to just get the exit. A little bit wobbly on exit, but that's the power down now. Getting a bit of a tow there from the Mercedes, who would really want to get out of the way. Oh, it's been held up there. And it's out of the way now.
Yeah, Sully gets out of the way right there. As you come down in towards 130R. Not directly 130-degree radius anymore, but the name still says, of course. Then you come down into the Casio Triangle. This is one of the best overtaking opportunities you'll find on this track. Of course, being a very hard braking chicane, and then into the last curve. We've seen so many cars go off, but the first lap in qualifying, and it's rage man for 132.1. Then next cross line, I believe that is Mantis then, who goes to a 130.899. Surpassing then is going to be, I believe, it is one of the Alpines. That's Smith, who's just gone up into P3. We've got Alex Lilliard starting a lap time right now. We've got, I believe, Infamous on a lap time. He's just come out of a spoon, coming down towards 130.
Oh, we got someone out.
Yeah, and that's Whopping Proverb, who had not a very nice time 7 days ago in pre-season. Starting off here, not having much luck here in the first race on a very difficult circuit, might we say as well. Through the last corner comes Infamous. Let's see where he can go. Can he put himself up into the top two? Goes third position so far. We got Jamie, who's on an out lap as well. Next up to cross the line, I believe it's it might be Jacko. Here he comes in on that medium tyres, and now he comes into the pit lane right there. I believe then the next must be, we've got Yvan on a lap. We've got Aiden West behind it so far. You can see then there who comes into the pit lane. Just a side note to say, everyone I'm going to goes into the pit lane right now.
So at the moment we can see, obviously, Matty has two of the purple sectors on task, and then the purple sector 3 belongs to Smitty Chris, so well, seeing that Matty has the first two sectors down, but the last sector actually, I should believe, there's Sully in the medium, 131.4. I think he can be happy with that.
Yeah, indeed. I have noticed, by the way, that two people have been a little bit naughty, it seems, on the Taz. It is the Alfa Romeo, that'll be of Pav, and player 15 of Yvan. Both have not set that Taz up, and I believe that will, they might get a little bit of trouble. Everyone else seems to have got it set up, which is nice to see. We've got green in a few seconds. There, Alex Lilliard, who goes up to P4 in that Ferrari, of course, the Scarlet car. Gets out of the way of P3. There is Smithy. Straight past then up into the S-curves. Then left, right, and then a left again, of course, as you come up through here. Jamie, P1 then in the other Ferrari. So both the Ferraris doing extremely well right now.
So, see, the Alpine there is coming near the line, but it is invalid, so it'll have to go again.
Indeed, whilst looking at the Discord chat, by the way, just Tori said, don't forget to the drivers, by the way, that I've been told by Indecisive not to ready up between qualifying and the race. The stewards, otherwise, will eat your sandwich. And that's a disaster. No one wants that cheese sandwich eaten, do they?
Oh, no. Well, the Alpine there actually managed to get away with touching on the curbs and the S's there, so you're probably thinking, oh, lucky there.
Jamie's got damage, no front wing, as I've noticed. Currently, so he's had a bit of an incident in the war summer. I presume he's dropped it through Dunlop, as Matthias goes even quicker right now. 130.4 puts him just over a tenth and a half ahead of Jamie in second. We got yellow flags. That is an Aston Martin who's gone off of Storm, we believe, riding on board with Jacko, and this will reveal what has happened here. He's gone off. Oh, that's a weird place to go off there. He's right in the middle of the road, and there the Mercedes has to take a avoiding action there, so that, of course, on an out lap. Not what you want to be seeing, though.
Oh, so it can happen. Some unfortunate circumstances there, well, for Storm, anyway. He's out, and that's not the way you really want to start the season. But it's better that it's in qualifying than it would be in the race. So there is a chance for recovery. I believe someone has jumped up timesheets there. TJW.
Yeah, getting a bit of a fun here. Meanwhile, we've got oh, the Red Bull spinning around in front of his teammate, and that is Indecisive, who is rather stuck right in where you don't want to be, just on the exit of the corner. Gets it back going, and we've got another car off it. As that might be Pav off the road, and that is Pav off the road. He's gone off through, that is before Dunlop. So so he's gone off a little bit early right there. Wants to be careful rejoining because he'll have cars coming at him. I think Indecisive going slowly right behind. So all well in that department. So a few people having issues as I can't get the broadcasting camera to come up properly. So I have to do it a little bit manually sometime. So a little bit of an issue right there. We've got Sully into the pit lane. TJ on and in that. We've got Yuvan up into third position, although unfortunately I believe he might get in a bit of trouble due to his Taz not being set up, which is a real shame, I might say. We've also got Wace on a lap time right now. He's coming down into 130, 187 miles an hour nearly coming into it, directly 187 miles an hour, so I say, coming into it for the Red Bull driver. Chuck it into the Casio Triangle, lane braking, second gear, 60 miles an hour, then build up the revs, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, it just goes up like a missile, then across the line, and he goes P1 then, 130.091, nearly half a second quicker than Matthias, and I must say that is very much a benchmark.
Yep, that's the benchmark now for these guys. Some people on medium, so, and all that. Oh! Jacko won't be happy with Pav there. Pav was sitting right on the racing line. I'll see it. Not sure if Jacko was really going for it there. But it is. No, see, I don't think that lap's representative. He had no ERS, but I don't think having a car sitting right on the racing line on the exit of 130R helped either.
It's not an ideal situation, of course, but he'll go again. He's P11 so far, the Mercedes man. Few ahead, few behind. We got Pav on, like we said, that bit of an issue right now is I just can't get the broadcasting camera to work because Pav's gone off the road, actually. Has he got no front wing or something there? I'm trying to see, but the game is just not going to let me do it. I'm selecting it, doesn't want to do it.
Oh, I think he's okay. Or no, he's not. He's got a right end plate missing.
So there we go. He's got damage. Here comes Sully now coming up, and again, right in the way there. As you can see, has to go impeding both the Mercedes, and there is a tyre there for some reason on my screen on the circuit, but that is not gonna be something that either Mercedes are gonna be very impressed at, I imagine. They're right in the way at very fast parts of the circuit.
Yeah, not exactly what you'd want on your flying lap. I've no doubt both Mercedes will be a little bit unhappy with Pav, whose troubles might be getting compounded with his task not being sorted. As Jacko goes P5.
Yeah, did a double lap then on that set of softs. That's quite surprising to do a double lap there. So obviously a warm-up and then a quick lap. We don't see that very often in this game. I mean, in real life they do it occasionally, but to see it on the game, that's a nice little bit of a surprise, isn't it? We've seen a few people. Sully there in P6, so both the Mercedes now lining up alongside each other as, oh, so close in turn one there with a, that might have been Aiden coming out the pit lane. We've got a car off at the last corner, I believe. Is that Matthias coming into the pit lane or someone else? Those yellows there. I'm not 100% sure if someone dropped it and I've missed it. Looking at damage, we've got at just a few seconds ago, Matthias broke his front right ring then, so he's broken his wing slightly.
Rangeland's now popped up there.
Yeah.
He's 130.1. It's getting a bit more competitive now. That time is being they're getting closer and closer to that 130.0.
I tell you what, right now, I don't know why Pav's not pitted. He's got no front wing, but he's driving out on the circuit, and I don't know, there's tyre there for some reason, or some damage, but he wants to be careful. He's got a Alpha Tauri coming at him, very high rate of knots, and you can see right in the way yet again, and I don't want to say this isn't looking very what you want to be doing when you've got fast cars coming up right past you. Alex Lilliard now coming up on, I believe, an in-lap. You can see there the Alfa Romeo just in the way, and I don't know if he has an AI or something there, but Pav is not helping anyone right now in qualifying, and I think, unless he's an AI, I just don't know what's happened there. Staying out, he's got damage, he's obviously struggling with something. Meanwhile, though, Infamous, he's on a lap right now. I believe he's coming. Is he going to finish lap? Or is he going to come in the pit lane? He's going to come in the pit. So, we've just got a little bit of a moment right now as we look to see who's doing well. We've got Smithy. He is in 11th position. A little bit on the curbler in turn 1, biting another. I believe he'll be in this lap. He's on a 1:31.3. Top ball, well, the whole field separate by 1.3 seconds, discounting Pav, who's finally managed to get into the pit lane, being escorted by the Ferrari into the pit lane. And look at all the marbles coming off there. That's very odd for the Alfa Romeo there, but into the pits we see. Waiting on Aiden West and Indecisive to set a lap time. The other Alfa Romeo having troubles right now. Indecisive though into the hairpin, and he looks nice and smooth there for the Red Bull driver.
Important now that you get Spoon right, because there's a lot of time to be gained if you can get your line correct.
Yeah, most certainly. Spoon, does he look all smooth through there? Well, he's burning up the waves, 170 miles an hour up to 180, 1 minute 10 so far. Comes to the second split. Let's see what it's going to be then. Crossing it right now, 1 minute 14. Does it light up the TAS, however? Is the important question. The answer to that is it doesn't slightly light up the timing screens. So you're going to see then, well, let's see, Indecisive to the line, and here comes the 130. Can he slot himself into around about P12? Yes, he does. Goes last. A small mistake right there. As you can see, the other Alfa Romeo going, starting a lap time, I believe, right now as well.
Oh, that's the Red Bull, Indecisive. He has had a little spin, but I believe no contact with the wall or anything, so he can...
He has got damage, so 15 damage on the front wing then, so he's just raised it. More yellow flags popping up there. I'm just seeing everywhere's yellow flags right now. The whole last sector was yellow, but Indecisive getting out of the way of everyone. Now he can rejoin back on his merry way. Pav back out on another lap right now, hoping to improve. We are looking then to see who is doing what. We've got Matthias. He's invalidated his lap time. We've got Uvain on a lap time. We've got more yellow flags of a McLaren getting out of the way. That'd be Rageman hopping out of the way so far. We've got Smithy on a lap as well. So a few people starting to build up with not too long to go here in qualifying. We've got what I believe is around about 1 minute to go exactly. So qualifying's gone like a missile, right? It's gone so quick.
Yeah, qualifying, it goes very quickly because you only get so many runs in. Now you've just got a minute left as most people are on their final runs. So it'll be important now to watch stats and see who is gaining the time. As I believe the Alpine down 10th is... Well, he's got a purple sector 1, so keep an eye on him, because this could be a good lap here, or maybe not. I believe he's
backed off somewhere. 45, well, yeah, so he was 32 there. He's surpassed by, I believe, Matthias, who's just gone even quicker in sector 1. A purple sector through there, so Matthias going for Brooklyn. He's going to come up on, I believe, a Ferrari in just a few moments' time. Might get a slight tow. I think that might be an Alfa Romeo potentially as well. But here comes the Haas. Purple sector 1. He's the quickest of anyone so far. Other green sectors coming up from Rage Mad. Sully goes up into there. There is Aiden getting out of the way by virtue of choosing the gravel route there, which is a bold thing. We've got Indecisive. He's gone off the road somewhere, so that's unfortunate for Indecisive. He's dropped it. Oh, that might be Race as well. One of the cars there. Another green sector for Matthias, he comes through the Casio triangle. Will he get it on pole position? Let's find out in just a few moments' time then. It was a 32.5, a 40.7. He crosses the line, does not improve though. Lost a lot as Rageman goes up into pole position then with a 129.9, surpassing Waze, who is not on a lap time. Infamous not a lap time. Sully up on a few on his lap time. We've got Alex Lilliard. He is purple there right now. Let's see what he can do.
Mercedes won't improve. It had a moment in the gravel there.
And see Alex Lilliard then to the line. What can the Ferrari do? Only 9th there for him. We've got Uvain then coming for the last corner in that Alpine there. Where can he go? 2 greens, and it is P2 then on the front row of the green by 2/100 of a second. And is anyone else allowed to improve? We've got Pav on a lap time, but he is looking like it would look like he backed off there or something. That looked a little bit odd. He comes through the last corner, slowing up right in front of the Mercedes. Through he comes though into the last couple of corners, and let's see where he will go. Having a bit of a struggle, but 149.9. He's going to keep going though. Lovely to see right there. And I believe that is all of our laps then. So Rageman on pole ahead of Yuvan and Race in 3rd.
Yeah, that is your grid. Rageman showing the qualifying pace he had at Imola last week. Gets the lap in right at the end and takes pole position. The question is, can he deliver this time? Can he get the championship off to a good start?
Yeah, most certainly. Indeed, I'll just have a look to see, as I believe it'll now reset itself. I think the TAS has reset itself there, so that is good to see. So I think it's all settled out. Your run through then. Rageman ahead of Uvain. Race ahead of Infamous. Sully ahead of Matthias. TJ, James, Jacko, Alex, Smithy, Indecisive, Aiden, Pav, Storm. And a whopping Proverb is all of your order then here in qualifying.
Yep, so now, as the first quali done, now it's first race. You see, whoever is able to, who maybe has the race pace here, and maybe some people might get caught out for going too much towards quali.
Indeed, and whilst we're here then, just ready to go, we'll go through our favourite little thing. That, of course, is our sponsors. Haven't said it enough, we do love our sponsors, by the way, and all our partners, but our sponsors, it's Next Level Racing. They sponsor the league by providing lovely prizes, and we like lovely prizes here for all of our favourite people. Pure Sim Gear sponsors the league, providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to the driver with the most combined poles and fast laps, so go and get all those poles, everyone. And you might get rewarded for it as well as your fastest laps, of course. And thank you to our partners, Vespertine, of course, who partner and support our championship prizes. The ERT, of course, the Go and Get Tough Award, a prize, of course, which everyone wants to go. Never give up in our racing. And, of course, the SimGrid, who powers our seasons through their community platforms as well. And, oh, do you want to say thank you to all of them for being so lovely. We love all of you. Absolutely do. I'll tell you who we also love as well. Is everyone here, because all the viewers, we're good to be going in a few seconds time, and I hope you're excited as I am, being very flamboyant.
Yep, excited for the race, Ozzy. Now, from where shall I begin? Be interested to see what the strategy choices will be here, especially for what tyre to start on. As we can go through it now, I believe everyone on softs except for Pav, who is elected to take mediums.
And so everyone then, so Pav going. Now don't forget, by the way, there's a 2-stop strategy around here for everyone. So manage 2 stops for all as we are ready to go, of course. Soft, medium strategy there. The ideal. Storm and Pav have both been disqualified already then. That was quick.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Not
what has
great for
happened
Pavis.
down the back? I'm
Right,
wondering.
there's a little bit of contact, I'd say, somewhere, and the game will disqualify you for side contact, so it is, fortunately, on a formation lap, it's probably not what you want to be doing.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but Rageman leads from Uvain, who was, I believe, the driver that didn't have that Taz set up to begin with. It's now appearing, though, I believe, on... It is appearing... No, it's not appearing anymore. It's now player 12 again, so yes, so it is that, and I believe, as I go through it as well, I believe it's P14, so Pav... And unfortunately, Uvain might both be getting a penalty after this one, which is a real shame to see that. But of course, they don't set the Taz up. A little bit naughty. Luckily, for us, we've noticed who's who, which is good. Sometimes I get really confused, but today we're lucky on that one. I'm not going to get confused today, but like I said, everyone on Assetto Softs, bar one, that's 14th position. Two did not set a lap time in qualifying. That was Storm and Proverb. So no idea what their pace is going to be here in this race, but they are just going to be going guns for glory, I think, like all of them. As my co-commentator there, just having a few seconds there, so we'll return to him in just a few moments' time as we come through into 1:30. I believe we've got you back.
Yeah, sorry there, I had to... There was just a little thing there for about 5 seconds. I am back, and I am ready for this race, as they're almost round now. So, in terms of tyre wear, about anything between 6 to 12% for some of them. Some people may have done extra laps in qualifying, which is what might give them a little more tyre wear for the start.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing then. Who is going to be doing what today? That is always going to be the fun. Who's going to be up front? Who's going to be down the back? We'll find out in just a few moments' time. All of them getting ready then, with 16 drivers who are waiting for the Haslem to line it up on the back row of the grid. Up front, the McLaren, alongside them the Alpine, then comes the Red Bull. But in the famous words, let's get ready in just a few seconds' time for what is 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4, 5, and when they are off, it most certainly is go. It looks like a good start for the top two. It looks like a good start from the Red Bull there. Actually, it's a pretty terrible start for Uvain, who's swamped into turn one. But I think 1 or 2 cars side by side in the background. Looks like a Mercedes of Sullivan. Infamous getting up a few positions, but it's Rageman leading. Wait in second, Uvain in third, followed by Sully up to fourth, Infamous in fifth, TJ in sixth, but I think everyone up so far into the S's have got themselves all absolutely away.
Pav is in trouble, and they disconnected from the pack already. And if I check damage, no.
Oh, we got a car almost off the road. That is TJ. We got another car off that there. Is that Matthias? Matthias off the man who was doing so well in qualifying. Was so far one of the drivers I thought could be up there. Having mistaken the other Haas off. Both the Hasses in trouble. And we haven't even done one that. This is almost a repeat of what happened in pre-season with both of them in trouble before the first lap has even ended.
It is, well, a bit of a disaster, if I do say so myself. It just hasn't gone right for them. Well, no, I suppose not much you can really do about it. Just try and recover. As Rageman looks like he's kept his lead this time, so you might see a different Rageman to last week.
Yeah, you most certainly will hopefully do. Led fastest lap of this race with the first man to start a lap time. Then it's a 1:34 for the McLaren driver. Race following very closely behind. Then the Alpine driver, might I say there, of Uvain, who of course it looks like he bogged down a little off the start of the race. He just didn't get the traction. He's followed by Sully then, who's right behind him. Real gainers out of this race, it's Smith. He's up 2 positions. Real losers, Matthias down 9. And that was a real surprise right there. So, like we said, Wade's pretty much a few people up, 2 or 3. Alex Lilliard up 3 positions in the other Ferrari. He needs to be saving some fuel, however. As you can see, there are all the tyre marks left from the spinning car of Matthias just a few moments ago. So, like I said, he's having issues. Pav, meanwhile, he's dropped back to the back of the field. So, I don't know if he's had an issue somewhere. So, he's got any damage. I think he's just having a bit of a struggle right now. But he's carrying on there. He's lifting off there. You can take this corner nearly flat, braking very heavily. There is he slowing. What's happening here to Pav?
Don't really know. It's confusing.
It just looks like he's struggling or something, but hopefully carrying on. He's doing 60, 70 miles an hour, so hopefully maybe is that a potential for a wheel issue, you think? We got a yellow flag. That, I think, is a phantom flag. That's very odd. And up front, we'll say, and it's Rageman. Again, first lap of this race. He's opening that gap up a little bit. So Furry continuing to get a yellow flag around that. I presume that's just a little bit of a glitch right there, because we saw Matthias going off. So it's obviously thinking Matthias is still there. Matthias, meanwhile, he is coming slowly into this race right now, 134.3 so far for him. But like we say, though, Tom Kaiser, that is indecisive. And that is the same place he went off in qualifying. And that might be a safety car. I think that might be a safety car. Let's see. He's hit the wall heavily.
Doesn't seem like it.
He's got on the inside curb. And virtual.
VSC.
Yeah, VSC. So straight out. And that is your first retirement of the afternoon. He's got on the curb and he's just dropped it.
I don't think anyone will be able to really pit at this point. Might be a little early.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Just a little bit too early right now as the sun's starting to come up through the clouds here in my room, which is always nice to see. So now I can't see anything. It was cloudy a minute ago. Now it's sunny, so I thought I got away with it, but the sun will set as we go on here on that 3. And I tell you what, this is turning out to be a little bit of a cracking race so far. Top 2 close together. Sully up a few positions. Now he's ahead of Uvain, so those two have switched around at somewhere where we haven't caught it. So we should be getting racing in a few moments' time. We're just waiting for the stricken car of Indecisive. As saying it, there we are.
Looks like the Red Bulls kept with the McLaren here, so we should get a decent enough battle. And obviously strategy would be important. It's actually, it's a Chris in the pits. What tyre is it? Mediums, front wing change. We probably have been hoping for maybe a VSC to limit damage, but it is what it is for him. And now he's got a push there, because he'll have another stop coming later where he can switch back onto soft tyres.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing, of course. He can stretch those tyres out for a long, long time, of course. Like you said, a bit of a mistake there for Rage. There he gets himself a little bit on the curb. That's not what he want to be doing, of course. As he said, they have mediums for both the back two, but a little bit on the curbs, a little bit wayward. But he gets himself nicely going. That's the first stop of the afternoon so far. Green flags flying up for someone there. So it looks like someone may have made a small mistake. Right, I'll tell you what, Alex Lilliard's dropped back down a little bit. He was running up a few places. Now he's dropped back to 9th. So dropped down a few positions right there. Oh, race off. And the Red Bull driver, he's dropped on the exit of Spoon. And, well, that is not what you want to be doing. Aiden West, a 3-second time penalty there for exceeding track limits, but it is the car of Race, the other Red Bull driver, having an issue.
Yeah, much like last week, first and second, they lose the car after a couple of laps. Oh, safety car.
Safety car, Pav.
Oh my. I believe Pav didn't, but then the Red Bull here is just tried to get into the pits, but hit the entry pit wall. Oh god, now Aiden West has been hit by someone there, by a whopping brother.
Oh, there's a lot of corners there, and so there's a pile up through the last corner. I've just seen it there. We'll hopefully get a view from Smithy there, and we'll see the debris through the last corner. You'll see 1, 2, 3 cars there, and you'll be very careful as you come into it. Look at that there, and whopping Proberg, Aiden West and Waite all out of this race there. a pile-up through the last corner, and that is so rare to see.
I think what happened was Pav crashed out. That brought out a safety car. So then, I think the Red Bull thought, alright, maybe I can gain back some time because you would have been able to pit straight away. However, he mistimed it completely, hit the pit wall, and then he just, obviously his car was in the middle of the track, so then in West probably slowed down, and I think Proverb must have not really seen it and just smashed into the back of him, causing two more people to be out of the race. So a lot of people out already, and this safety car is probably going to bring a lot of people into having a stop
guys
now.
all in, so that's predictable right there. As the safety car is out, it's a no-brainer, of course. Medium tyres, and let's see, is it going to be a nice set of medium tyres? It is. I'm surprised one of them didn't go for a set of softs there. Very close there. Van just coming out, whopping Foverb has left the session right there. So drama here on lap number 6 of 27 with, some 21, 22 laps to go. Few people having some issues right now, and that is going to be a long afternoon there, potentially. Like you said, it's so easy to do, of course, coming to the pit lane, and sometimes you're a little bit indecisive, you don't know exactly what you want to be doing, and then, bam, slam into the wall, and you're out of the race. I tell you what, I will not be surprised to see Jamie and potentially Chris coming back into the pit lane to serve those 5-second time penalties.
No, see, that would be 2 stops.
Yeah, you should be able to do it, of course, and the question is, do you want to do it now, or are you going to wait for a little bit and then do it later on when you have more of an opportunity? But if you have just joined us, 1, where have you been? 2, why haven't you been here since the start? We have had a bit of a, we are under the safety car right now after an incident involving Aiden, Whopping Proverb, and Waze, who have all out of this race due to an incident at the last corner, which unfortunately I slightly missed there whilst I was trying to see what happened to Pav, but I presume what happened, he dropped it on the exit of Dunlop, and that is the end of his race. We are looking then, and safety cars should be in the next 2 laps, at least maybe the end of this lap, but Rageman leads this race from O'Sullivan in 2nd, Uvan in 3rd ahead of Infamous, Jamie ahead of TJ, Jacko ahead of Alex Lilliard then in 7th and 8th, Chris ahead of Storm, Matthias down in 11th position.
Yeah, so most people are mediums here. And safety car in this lap, so it's a fairly short safety car compared to others. And you'll see one person on softs here, Matthias. I presume he'll be in for the mediums soon after then, because I think he's been on softs for both stints so far.
Yeah, let's see then. Let's get ready to go then. Let's see, when is the lead to go? Well, right now, but he gets a bit of a tank slapper and somehow cuts it. Then comes Sully there as he runs through. Top 2 have really got a big jump here. I tell you what, Infamous might be having a potential look. No, I think he backs out of it, the opportunity. Further down the field, I think 1 or 2 cars going a little bit wide there. But I think everyone's got this safety car restart all okay, which is lovely to see. We don't want to see any more cars out of this race, but Rageman leads this race yet again then from Sullivan in 2nd, Uvaid in 3rd, and comes Infamous in 4th. Jamie ahead of TJ then, who's coming up the hill trying to find a way past the Ferrari driver, the Aston Martin though, not going to be finding a way around this area. It's such a difficult place to overtake. Here and we are now on lap 27, the Mercedes there of Jacko in 7th position, ahead of now Alex Lilliard in that 8th. Smithy there looking for a moment up the inside, thinks better of it, doesn't want to end up smashing into the rear. Storm in 10th position as well, as you can see there, Alex Lilliard attempting to make a move there on Jacko, can't quite do it though.
Yeah, it's just not quite, you know, like just to bide your time. and maybe just then see if you can pounce an opportunity if somebody has a bad exit out of a casino triangle. That might be where you can get past.
Up front now, just looking at the battle for now, second, third and fourth. I tell you what, Rageman's bolted right now, hasn't he? He's now got a 1.6 second lead. On board we can see then, with the McLaren driver on board with that Mercedes. Looking back, you can see the Alpine behind that. You can see Infamous closing up. And then a little bit of a gap down to, like we said, that battle between Ferrari. We've got Matthias getting past Storm right now for the battle between 10th and 11th position there. Matthias on that soft compound, going to try and make as many positions up as he feasibly can, and then chucking on that set of mediums later on.
Yeah, so now opportunity for Matthias. He needs to start closing up on those ahead and passing, because otherwise then it's going to be flipped on him later on the race, and he's on worn mediums while others will be on fresh soft tyres.
Sully made a mistake there, went a little bit too deep into the hairpin there. This might allow Sully then to be under pressure. Let's see, left or right, which way are you going to go? He tried to go to the inside, was no way through there. Now which way is he going? Sully weaving ever so slightly, making it a very difficult job there for Usain, might we say, to get past. Sully just a little bit moving there. Let's see though if he'll be under attack down into the corner. You're not going to make a move through here, Sonny Jim. Lift off ever so slightly. Right now, you'll go to the inside line, late braking then. Let's see, up the inside comes the Alpine. Has he got it stopped? No is the answer. But can he go around the outside? Long way through. Yes, he can. And now, let's see, with DRS, with a bit of slipstream, goes to the right. And now, all of a sudden, coming straight back through, comes the Mercedes then to the inside. There comes the Alpine. I thought for a second the AlphaTauri was going to make a move there, a little bit wide. Goes the Alpine as well. This is turning into a little bit of a scrap right now, isn't it?
Yep, and it's all letting Richmond get a gap now. He's got 3.4 seconds, so he'll be able to control everything now with a bit of time in hand. And we got some good battling there. As the Alpine now will have to focus on trying to close up on McLaren ahead, while also keeping nicely behind us. That's a
ghost
yellow flag.
It's nothing, it's just a ghost yellow flag lap, so nothing to worry about that right there. But decent, I tell you what, Lou, look at this for an exit from Sully. Another bad mistake there. Oh no! Oh, huge accident! Oh, that's not what you want to see! Oh my dear word!
That's a safety car.
That is a safety car. That was a huge off. And contact there, it just looked like Yvan just pulled across. We were riding aboard with Sully, and that was a big one. That was a very, very big one. And yeah, like I say, unsurprisingly, safety car deployed straight away. And my oh my, what a torrid luck that would have been. I don't think he saw him. I just don't think he saw him. He moved ever so slightly, and there was nothing anyone could have done. Suddenly started to lift.
Someone's going to take a pit stop there. This might be the second stop that some of them were looking for.
Getting rid of the 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds gone, and they'll have completed both stops as far as I'd be concerned at the moment.
Alex Lilliard also went. This is going to be a little bit awkward. Oh there. Right. Game? Oh,
that's a game thing.
Oh.
No, I think the game thing it holds it and then it
teleports out the pit lane and then comes back. Don't worry, we're okay. There's Alex Lilliard. Don't worry, everyone. He's okay. He's back on circuit, so we're going again. That scared me for a second there, but he's back, which is good. Smith needs to stop yet again though to get rid of that time penalty. But I tell you, going back to that incident. It's still unfortunate there. Suddenly didn't have anything he could do there. He tried to get an outside run and it just looked like Uvain just tried to cover him off and they just kind of moved and there's contact and that was a big one.
So Chris is the one who has a The only one who's a penalty at the moment of 5 seconds. I'm wondering if he'd want to just remove it by pitting soon enough.
Now, I have been told, by the way, by Dexter, of, because of my informative language of not knowing how names are saying, the one who was left, it is you having a giggle, mate. So there we are. I just thought it was Uvain. So I'm going to call him Uvain now for the rest of the race because, well, I can't now because he's out of the race. Well, there we are. You're having a giggle. He's not having a giggle anymore because he's out of the race. I think he's probably quite sad, actually. That was well, maybe a bit hurt, actually. I imagine in real life that would have hurt quite a lot. That was a very big impact.
Well, sometimes the races just don't go the way you want. And now, well,
we are under safety car, of course. 5 seconds still for Smithy. Then we'll have a look, see who is currently on what strategy, by the way. We've got Freya on the 2-star, the Ferrari, Storm, Alex Lilliard as well. 2 of them on the mediums, Alex on that set of hard, so he will be able to go to the end of this race. Depending if we get another safety car later on, he could switch to another set of soft, so that's a good strategy call there from the Ferrari there. That's covering off more opportunities than you are on the mediums, so that means you will have to likely stop again, because I suppose you can go the rest of the race on these set of tyres, but I don't think it'll be ideal. I think we've slightly lost Brendan ever so slightly.
Yes.
Oh, he's back. No worry. Hello again.
Aye, sorry there. Now, it's up to Sonny here. Will he be able to keep a Rageman this restart? As he got caught in a battle the last time, which did cost him time to
Well, I'm having a bit of an issue right now with the Taz. It seems it's not coming up anymore, so it's slightly glitched out on my thing. So
yeah,
that's a bit of a. I don't know if it's happened for you as well, but it keeps popping up.
I think it happened to me too. Yeah.
So I think Taz is ever so slightly broken. So we'll go old school and have a look at it through game then. So right now, hopefully that'll pop back up in just a few moments' time. Don't forget, by the way, if you are new here, we'll have the other tiers live right now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's Podium next. I think that should have been live, I think, round about now. So I think that's on Twitch. So have a look at Twitch if you are doing that. Safety car in this lap, but it should be live on Twitch. And I believe we've got Pinnacle on Twitch later on as well at around about 8:15, I believe it is, 8 to 8:30. Well, the two, that got a bit close right there. They all backed up as the top guys trying to go, and that was very well done from Rageman. He really caught everyone out, and look at this. Yeah, the Alpha Tauri's been absolutely swamped right there. Had to back out of it because he got, what a huge off! Oh my, that's Jacko off, and that might be, has he got the wall? Yes, he has. And another car with trouble there. And, well, that'll be a pit stop for certain. Contact there of TJ. As you can see, Alex Lilliard going round the outside then of Matthias. Matthias has got damage as well. So, trouble there. But, my oh my, what drama are we getting here in the first race of the season? It's like the first day back at school.
Yeah, we're having one of the chaotic races to open the season here. And looks like at the moment, Rageman is, well, he is still in the lead here, and he's building up that lead. He's going much more smoothly this time. And this is probably the Rageman we'd expect, and I believe that Tass is, well, but it was kind of half back there for a moment.
It's coming up and then going down again, so looks like we'll hopefully get it back at some point. Well, I'll have a look there up the inside. There comes the Alpine, then they breaking. Contact again there, and TJ having all sorts of wars right now with cars. As there looking was the Alpine driver, couldn't quite do it. TJ shut the door, as he mighty well he could have done. He had the opportunity. It was a late move from Smith, who tried it, didn't quite work. TJ there, holding on to third position with literally everything he can do right now.
Yeah, we're getting some good battles here still, even with a few retirements. I believe the Haas in the pits there of Matthias in for a second stop. Obviously, a lot of these people have to make a second stop.
We'll be doing second stop. Looking at it right now, top 5 all to do a second stop. In terms of first lap, by the way, it is a 1:32.8 for your race leader. The only driver, I believe, in the 1:32s. Actually, yeah, it is actually the only driver in the 1:32, so really showing how his pace is right now in this race. In terms of tyres, everyone on a set of mediums. Of course, apart from 2 on that set of hards, Matthias and also Alex Lilliart on that set as well. Looking through the rest of the field right now with our 10 drivers in this race. It is Rageman ahead of Sully, TJ ahead of Smith, and then comes Infamous as well, who I believe your race leader actually is the 2 Ferraris. This is really working in their favour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking too bad there, as DRS is enabled now, so some moves will be a little easier to make if you are close enough. For the avatar here of Infamous, who will be looking to make up for a bad safety car restart.
Yeah, he just look what happened there. It looked like from my end was, of course, Rageman slowed up, Sully slowed up, and I believe Infamous overtook Sully, gave it back, but then by the time he gave it back, the leader had bolted, and then everyone just got caught up, and Sully, there you can see having a bit of a wiggle. That was TJ actually, my apologies, having a bit of a wiggle there, and outside line, that's brave, and you're not going to go out the outside there. TJ, rather giving him the cold shoulder right there and saying, no sunshine, you're not coming through down the outside of me there. And rather just gave him an opportunity, you're going off or you're backing out. And that, I must say, some people don't like that driving, some do. Oh no! Well, that isn't what he wants to be doing. He's dropped it. And don't want to rejoin there, right in the middle of the circuit. Oh, thank you, ghosting system. Thank you very much. And want to be careful. Here comes Storm. That's TJ.
Oh no, that's probably damage as well. That's a
lot damage, and resets as well. And oh dear, and the virtual safety car deployed. And I tell you what, Rageman right now might be enjoying this. He might be able to stop, but oh dear, oh dear. And he comes then, in comes, this is a no-brainer opportunity for everyone here, isn't it? Come in now, you've got an opportunity to. In comes Infamous. Jamie will take the lead of this race then, ahead of Alex Lilliard, who comes in. Now that is a surprise, and is he going to do it again? Well, there we are. And you can see then the game not having fun. There he is onto the pit lane, as away he goes then in the track, and back away he goes as into the pits he goes again. And I tell you what, I like when this happens. A slight desync issue, of course. Nothing we can do about it. I do find it quite entertaining, though. I will say when you see it. So I get that one. TJ's got himself back into the pits, new set of softs. But what rotten luck, I must say. I had a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car for Storm. And that is a real blunder. The safety car, well, the virtual safety car in this lap. But that is wrecked. And the opportunity for him right now in that third position.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself. If I check there, he had 2 stops done. So that would have meant he could have stayed out, and it would have given him a really nice opportunity then.
Indeed, well, yellow flags again. Is that Matthias who's lost his front wing? It is Matthias who's lost his front wing. Well, I tell you what, like I said earlier on, the House are not having any luck right now. They didn't have a good race in pre-season. They both retired. And right now, off the road, you can see there Matthias having all sorts of troubles. And I feel so sorry for him.
Yeah, not the best race. Oh, Storm, he's in now to start the drive-through. As Rageman flies past, back up to third. He'll have a bit of work to do to catch those ahead. I believe Jacko will have to make another stop, but Jamie does not.
I'm sorry, yellow flag there in the sector. Now everything's green, apart from one which is now just yellow. The game's having a bit of a moment right now. Do bear with everyone if you are just joining us. As well, don't forget, by the way, like I said, if you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well, and don't forget to check out the Twitch and the other streams later on, as well as they pop up. Again, more yellow flags. I keep thinking someone's gone off there. They haven't. I'll tell you what, who's struggling, like I said, is Matthias. Up front, Jamie leads this race from Jacko in second. Rageman in third, like we say, though, Jacko yet to stop. He'll drop down, I believe, behind Alex Lilliart, though. I think maybe just ahead of Storm, so it'll be maybe just ahead or behind Storm. Now you see Rageman, Sully, Infamous, Alex Lilliart, now on that free-stop strategy. Very interesting stuff to see. I'm surprised he didn't stay out on a set of medium tires, but I guess he didn't. He felt like he would just get swamped by other drivers. And I don't see why he didn't stay out, though. That's the thing. Unless he had damage, but obviously we can't see that. There's a battle here between TJ and Chris starting to heat up. Then the Alpine and the Aston Martin driver. As fast lap of this race from Jacko. Fast lap of this race from Rageman. Is anyone else going to go faster? No, they're not. So there we are. Fast lap from Rageman. Oh, there we go. Fast lap from Infamous. Anyone else want to go for a fast lap whilst we're here? Alex Lilliart, are you going to go fastest? No, you're not. So fast. So there we go. Fast lap for everyone right now as we ride on board with TJ there. A bit of a twitch then from Smithy. But DRS should be enabled around about now then as we ride through. More yellow flags through there. As like we said earlier on, well documented, a slight desync. DRS is enabled. So let's see Smithy. Going to be under attack then. Which way are you going to go? Left or right? Right or left? Let's see. Hugs the inside line. Forces him to go the long way around the outside. And here goes TJ. Has he got the move done? Yes, he has. Right around the outside. Beautiful move then. From the Aston Martin driver. Right around the outside of the Alpine.
Perfectly judged. Got around the outside. Didn't run wide. Didn't make any contact. Boom. Job done. Now he's able to pull away. And we start chasing after his teammate, who is in P7 on a harder compacted tyre.
Yeah, meanwhile, up front we've got that's Matthias coming to get lapped. Like you said, I think he might have floor damage, to be honest, as well. Let's be honest here, that was a very big impact he's had in this race. With the amount of front wings he's dropped, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of floor damage. But this is turning out to be one day to remember for the Scuderia driver of Jamie, of course. I believe he won here in pre-season, didn't he? He won the pre-season race just 7 days ago.
Yeah, look, this race, I'm seeing a little bit, just a bit of glitches there with the yellow flags. As you see there now, just see sector 1, the yellow there.
Yeah, it's just slight desyncs across, nothing we can do about it. So, like I said earlier on, we do apologise for that, as well as the Taz is Dele. Meanwhile, another fast lap, TJ, he goes fastest. Everyone's a beat of the fast lap right now. Let's see, a 1:31.6 that was. Looking through on all the tyres, and it's mediums for everyone apart from 2 on the softs and 1 on a set of hards. I don't know, though, if they'll manage to go to the end of this race on those set of softs. It'll be a very long time to do, so they might be in a bit of trouble. But let's see. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, see, does it work? I say any strategy is good if you get the result for it. I mean, you could do just in most leagues usually a 1-stop is the way to go. See here, 2-stop minimum, which really spices it up. Then, as it means some people they have a bit more choice. Deal with tire combinations. As you might see some going for a late sprint, where others would like to get off the liner quickly, and it was just really push it on before getting mediums to the end.
Indeed, well, I have been informed, by the way, by our Taz is having a bit of an issue. It's because it was given to the podium tier accidentally. So the podium tier's got the prospect, which is why it's slightly bugged for us, but that can happen, of course. Poor old Lukey, right there. Not to worry, my friend. It's all good. We've got old Grit here of the game. I mean, it might be slightly. We don't know what the order is. It might be something completely different, but it definitely does seem like Jamie's leading and Jacko's in second to me, and I'm pretty certain it looks like that to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Meanwhile, Rage Man in third. Sully battling with Infamous. He's really starting to catch up right now. Is the AlphaTauri driver behind them there? Storm, TJ, Alex Lilliart is having an issue right now. Is he? What's happened to Alex Lilliart? Is he? What? I think the game is having an issue. Or is he now behind? Or is he stopped? What's happened to Lilliart? Oh no, he's in 6th. Okay. Don't worry. I said like literally a second ago the game is the order, and now the order's done. What's happened? What have I done? Right, game. Work. Please.
I think we're okay now.
Yeah, I think it's reset right now. There we go. So we're back going. Infamous trying to close up to Sully as the game's deciding what it wants to do with me. It doesn't like me, but I think we're going to get a move on here between 4th and 5th. Let's see with DRS then. That's how close you're going to go inside line. I think Sully's going to battle this too heavily. Indeed, he does not. I think he believes that Infamous won't make it to the end of this race, so he's happy to fight his own afternoon. Like I said, good now to see Alex Lilliart back up into 6th position, where he was a few seconds ago. Is that Rage Man, or is that just our Ghost? It's our Ghost, who is playing up to us.
See, Jacko still has to make another stop here. He is one stop compared to everyone else who's made the minimum 2. It'll be interesting to see where Jacko will file out once he is out of pits. And you have to expect him.
Oh, we have got a car off. Is that Smithy who's gone off? It is Smithy who's gone off. He's come out. So there, now we have got like a yellow flag there. That is a real yellow flag. Maybe does that mean we won't get a yellow? Oh, hello, Storm. What's happened to Storm? He's just dropped it on the curb. Well, that was a synthetic spin. He didn't want to have that position. He wanted to have the gap back again. He's like, no, my friend. You can have that position back, and reopens it back up yet again. And that is our yellow flags. Now we've got 2 yellow flags, and our ghosty yellow flag's still there, which is a shame, but he didn't get rid of it. Up front, Jamie still leads this race. 6 laps to go for your race leader. Jacko staying up a long time, so I think he's gambling on a safety car, but I don't think one's coming yet.
Never know when it can come, but I would say at this point you'd nearly cut your loss and just get in the pits.
I mean, well, look, Jamie. And I would say, who's that following him very closely? But I think that is Jacko actually starting to close up. He's now got that gap down to 1.7 seconds. He is flying, I might say, on that tyre. Yeah, he's on 15 lap old mediums. He still gets a stop yet again, but he is setting the welder light.
Yes, be happy enough. Oh, and they are just jumping around again in terms of it.
Yeah,
the standings. Surely he'll pop back up into around 6th soon.
He's in that 6th position, of course, in between TJ and Sully, but it's a real shame to see that. We thought, of course, it was just the PC that had the D-Sync, but it's a shame. It is a real shame to see that PS4 and PlayStation does seem to be affected slightly. It's the first time I've seen a D-Sync. It haven't happened before. Storm into the pit then. I think that's for a new nose. There he comes out, and I think he is now behind Matthias a lap down as there you can see your race leader. In comes Jacko. There we are. He's in now, and where's he going to come out, I wonder? He's going to come out. I think it's going to be close between him and Alex Lilliart, I reckon. I think maybe, just maybe ahead of Alex Lilliart. Let's see. Right now, what's he going to move on? There he is. It's going to be 5th position. Now, the question is, how many laps you got? 5. Can he catch up to Sully?
I think it's possible. I mean, yeah, I think he can catch up in just terms of on track, but obviously with a penalty, that will probably mean he won't gain the position anyway. Although he's gaining a lot already now, so this
It's
could
on.
catch him.
It's on, isn't it? This is good. I like this. There's battle for that third position. It's not over yet. There's that yellow flag again. I keep looking at it every time I see it on the top there, thinking someone's gone off. No, they haven't. They were saying that it's a constant green flag though as well, so it's fun. There's another one. There we go. Now a yellow flag, and then a green flag, then a yellow flag, then a green flag. But there's nothing. I mean, it's fascinating. It's like what's that game? It's like Snake, right there, but with the thing. It's like having a little party down there. But nonetheless, Jacko on his merry way, whilst I get amused by there. Alex Lilliard is desynced again ever so slightly, but he is right there. You can see him behind. Just about. There he is. Just in the distance. There's a Ferrari. Trust me, it's there. You can just see it. There's a small dot. You can see the slight bit of red there from the Scuderia as well. But Jacko, on his merry way, he has got, in terms of that penalty, by the way, as I'm curious, 2 3-3-second penalties. That is the 3 lined up all together, which is nice to see. All 3 of them all in a nice little line of 3, with both 3 seconds.
Yeah, as far as the synchronization there.
Oh, Smithy. Smithy!
Oh,
that could be a safety car. That could be a safety car, you know. I mean, it's right in a firing. That's an odd place to go off. How has that happened?
I don't think we're getting one now.
No, I don't think. Well, there we are. Safety car not going to be deployed then. That is a surprise. I thought surely it would have called one there, but alas, no, it's not. So, we have enough laps for it to come out, so obviously it's decided that he doesn't want to come out as no, but that's a really weird position to go off. Unless he dropped it early on the right-hand kink and then it snapped left. On board, we're right on board with TJ, so I imagine what he's done. He's got on the curb on the inside there. It snapped, had a tank slapper to the left, and he's gone skating across into the wall there on the right. That's what I imagine has happened. Down there.
Yeah, probably just kind of got a little bit too much into braking, and that he ended up getting sent over there. It looks like Jacko 2.1 definitely beyond within DRS of Sully near the end.
Oh, you can say look, 131.1. That looking at it, that is the fastest lap by just over half a second. A lap run. If he can keep that pace up for the rest of this race, surely I imagine Sully will move out the way. Surely, I mean, is he going to try and fight his teammate? I mean, his teammate has the penalty, but I mean, he could try and get up towards Infamous and try and back him up. I mean, there's a lot of ifs and buts we can see, but more yellow flags popping up there right now. Now we've got 2 of them. Popping on the screen, but soon enough, bit of a tank slapper right there for Jacko as he still closes up, and now you can see right with his teammate. With now 4 laps to go?
I believe it would be 3 when he crossed the line, so they'd about 3.5 now. There'd probably be about 3 DRS opportunities if he can just close up a bit in this part. He's getting closer.
He's getting closer, but the question is, you can close by one thing, but can you pass is another. But I mean, the question is, Louis, if all these yellow flags are coming up, will you get a pass? Is it just for us, I'm wondering, or is it for them? But I mean, it is literally, we're having a disco right now on the thing, so I might just, there we go, let's just do that. And now I can't see where the yellow flags are. I mean, you can have a look at it, but it's giving me a disco right now, so I'll close that. Let's see, is Sully letting him through?
Oh,
he is.
Yeah.
That sportsmanship, I thought you there, mate.
Now, 2.7 seconds to catch, with just around 3 laps, including this.
Let's see, can he close it? What is the gap between them? It is 2.4 seconds. I mean, Sully's dropped back almost a second and a half already. I tell you what, Sully might actually drop out of that position right now, but let's just keep an eye on how that gap. It was, look at it, it's come down by nearly half a second right now. So I mean, it'll be a last lap overtake, I reckon.
Yeah, it'll probably be last lap. Maybe Not sure if he'll be able to do it quite this time, but he can definitely close up a bit there.
1.8 seconds. Now the gap coming down all the time. 1.7. It was around about 3 seconds. He's taking nearly, what, a second a lap out of it. In terms of tyres, by the way, they're 9-lap-old tyres for Infamous. They are well past their sell-by date. They don't do this long. So it's not a surprise to see him coming into this so quickly. I mean, they'll do the rest of the race, but I don't think he can fight too much.
.5 with 2 laps to go. He'll definitely be able to catch up within DRS if he keeps up the rate he had already.
Look at it now. It's what? 1.2. It's closing. Nearly under a second. But there you can see it slightly opens up. Now closes in. And now here is the question. Can he close? Can he get past? TJ's had to stop, by the way. And I'm wondering, is that for a puncture? I reckon. That's very odd to be pitting on what is pretty much the last lap of that race. I think there's a puncture going on right there. And that might be big concerns if it is.
I'm not sure if it would be so much a puncture, or maybe he wants to go for a fastest lap point.
Yeah, maybe.
Because obviously, I don't think there's many around him, so he would have the opportunity to pace, not lose anything, and just try and get an extra point for the championship.
Look at this. Sorry to cut over you. Jacko really starting to close in now. Now under a second, 5 tenths the gap. And now he'll have DRS led. And the man who was spun into the wall is on course for a potential on-track third. He might even get it by position. He's already opened that gap up to the cars behind. Here we are with DRS there. Which way is he going to go? Infamous is going to have to stick middle or try something. Let's see. It's going to be Brave then from Jacko to the inside. Can he do it? Yes, I think he has got it then through up into third position on the last lap of this race. And now can he try and get as much of a gap as feasibly possible? He needs to get it till 3 seconds. I don't know if he can, but look, he's already pulled a second. Infamous is really struggling with these tyres.
I'd say so, because he's been on them for 11 laps. Now, see, Rageman, who's fastest in qualifying and had done fairly well in the race, obviously, but I think Jamie was pitted on the safety car, and it's worked out perfectly because he has been able to just jump up to the front, and looks like Rageman won't catch in time.
Well, here we are then through the last couple of corners, and that's counting a big mistake right now, but it looks all nice and good then for the man who will start the season where he wants to, through the last corner. Here comes Jamie. He'll win here in Japan for the first race of the season. Across the line comes Rageman, but who is going to get that third position? I think it's going to be Infamous. I must say right there, Jackolo driving an outstanding race right now to cross the line on track in third. He'll be fourth on the line. I think that might be my driver of the day right there. Sully in fifth. Lilliard will cross the line in sixth. TJ in seventh when he finishes, and Matthias in eighth after what has been such a torrid race, I suppose, for the Haas team.
Yeah, well, Haas, at least they will get points here. So they'll be happy enough with that.
Well, it's still got a little bit to go until they finish. I believe it's waiting for TJ as well to finish in the other Aston Martin. Let's see if he can go back the fastest lap of this race. It doesn't look like it was a purple sector 1 or 2, but let's see how close he can do that. Let's get the lap delta up. So it's a 31.1 to beat. Let's see what TJ can do. Crosses the line. Is it going to beat it? It's a 31.3, so it doesn't take that fast lap off there for him. And now we are just waiting for Matthias to come to the line there. As you can see, through he comes. A little bit glitchy right there, as well as sure sparks of all sorts of little bit of frame glitching there. But here comes Matthias, crosses the line, and it is going to be that P8 there for the Haas.
There it is. That is first race. Done and dusted. With Jamie taking a win you didn't really think he would have.
Yeah, most certainly. Right there. That was a mighty drive for all of them. But I tell you what, though. I know who my driver of the day is, and I'll get to the question for him. That will be Jacko. But who is your driver of the day? What question do you have for him?
For Jacko there.
Yeah, that's my question. I'll be answering for Jacko. Who's your other driver of the day?
I'll give it to Jamie because he made a good call, a very good call there on the safety car. But I'm asking, was he expecting to win? As he had pitted, like obviously you have a safety car advantage, but did you expect to actually take the win, or were you thinking you'd get caught late at the end? Because it was, because Rageman was closing there. And I say, well done. No, it was a very good call, and well-deserved win.
Indeed, and my driver of the day, that is Jacko, of course, and my question to Jacko is, you were spun at turn 1 with contact, you've come back through the field, you so nearly got that podium. How was that race? And you were setting fast laps throughout. Just how much energy were you putting into that just to try and get through? And that is that. And of course, we'll just go through it, by the way, as we will. And that is, of course, all our sponsors and partners before we round off this stream. Of course, to our sponsors, Next Level Racing. They sponsor League by providing prizes to all of our favourite drivers. To Pure Sim Gear, who sponsor League by providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to driver with the most combined poles and fastest lap. Of course, to our partners, Vespertine, who, of course, support the championship prizes. The ERT, the Going Get Tough Award, they provide, of course, trophies as well. SimGrid as well, who run our league for the community platforms. We love all of them. But your final words, Mr. Brendan.
I say, that was a very nice race. One more of the chaotic ones, but the thing is, we saw who was able to come through with Jamie managing to make the right call with the safety car to go on make a second stop there, and as a result he wins the race, and Rageman would be thinking, maybe I just could have got the win 1 or 2 more laps and they would have had it.
Indeed.
So it's shaped up to be a good season here, as we do have more races to come.
Indeed, don't forget, by the way, if you are here as well, don't forget, I believe Twitch is live right now for Podium. Has been for a little tiny bit. Don't forget Precision on in due course as well. Don't forget to join the Pinnacle later on as well. But I have been Evil. Brendan has been Brendan. We'll see you in 7 days' time. Until then, take care and very much goodbye.